You can hear me, Sanjay Das, you can hear me, right?
We can
Okay,
hear
next.
you, we can see you.
Anybody else? Anybody else would like to come along? Sudeep has gone offline. Anybody else would like to comment? Would you like, what is better, achievement or fulfillment?
Sir, Guruji Shivoham, Kumar Swami
Shivoham?
here.
Yes, sir. Bolo.
Sir,
Tell
the
me, Guruji.
achievement and fulfillment will not lead to our enlightenment. So we don't want achievement or we don't want any fulfillment.
Correct.
So we have to go for enlightenment. That is our final goal.
Very strong, very strong statement. Huh? Kumar Swami is, America is coming with a very strong statement. Okay, thank you, Kumar Swami, for your thought. But we have to understand why we are saying what we are saying. So let us analyze. Anybody else would like to say what is better, achievement or fulfillment?
Sir, achievement.
Achievement. Why, sir?
Sir, my name is Govardhan.
Yes, Govardhan. Why is achievement better, sir?
Because, sir, for a youth, it's like achievement is good. Step by step, we have to go. In our life, we have to go step by step, sir. First, I have to go for achievement. Then I get fulfillment. Then I get enlightenment.
Okay, good. You have got your own valid point. So, see, Kumar Swami, somebody is coming with a different perspective. He says, first we want achievement, then fulfillment, then enlightenment. Anybody else would like to give comments? Ashok Chotwani said fulfillment, and I think somebody else told achievement. Gordon said achievement. Then, anybody else? Can we move on? So why did I ask this question to you? Because people are confused. People are confused. Should we have achievement? What is achievement? Achievement is success. Achievement is money, name, fame, success, achievement. Should we have it? Common sense, if we don't have it. If I did not have that, maybe I could not have the Zoom call. Right? Valid point. So people say, no, achievement is very, very important. That's what I think Govardhan, our new member, he's a new attendee. But then Ashok Chotwani came and said, no, achievement is not good because achievement will not give us the result. We need fulfillment. We need contentment. Because when there is contentment only, then only we can move forward. Without contentment, we can never be able to reach the next level. And then Kumar Swami, along with Sudeep, who got locked out, I don't know, he got shut out by technology. Kumar Swami came and said, no, nothing. No achievement, fulfillment, all this put in the dustbin. I want enlightenment. Nothing. Also, absolutely right. In this journey, absolutely right.
Guruji Shivam.
Shivam.
I would like to share, but when we are young, when we are working and in the secular materialistic world, so those days, we are after the achievement. One step ahead, so that it never fulfills actually. Fulfillment we tell. But as we grow, then we go into the spiritual path and then try to find enlightenment. Now, as I am totally free from all this worldly affairs, I am able to divert my attention toward the spiritual path very much freely. Because what happens day to day, a lot of challenges come. And that time you forget everything and think about that problem only. We are, drawn away from the spiritual path during those days. But once you get, as you told last time, we have to go to the samsara, then we after 50 years, 25 years, 50 years, then we become calm, our mind becomes totally calm and we are able to fully, what is the purpose of life, that we come to.
4 quarters. 4 quarters of life.
Yes.
So my dear friends, see, I have to give you all the aspects, correct? What is my duty? My duty is to give you all the aspects. My duty is to tell you where we are, what we should be doing. We have some, okay, let me ask you a question. We have some people on this call who are 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 12-year, 16-year-old. So are you telling me that we should tell them to go? Don't be on this call. Go and learn worldly matters and
they are very much fortunate that they are able to attend. They are very much this is God has shown the way. They are lucky.
So sometimes people call this karma. Sudeep Bhargava would love to call this karma because he says it is their karma that is bringing them to this call. My point is how lucky they are a guy, I think like Gaurish. Gaurish is 16 years old. Am I right, Gaurish? Gaurish, you are 16 years old, Gaurish?
17.
17. Gaurish is 17 and he is very active on this. I think practically every day I see Gaurish. Every day. He's 17 years old and he's active. He's not like children of some of the members who are coming at 10 and 12 years old. So my dear friends, I was reading something which I want to share with you. In the olden days, they talked about three things. They talked about Rajasic, Tamasic, and Sattvic. This is there in the Upanishads. This is there in the Vedas. So Rajasic means you are very passionate. That is more for people who are wanting achievement. And then Rajasic, and then comes Tamasic. What are Tamasic people? Tamasic people are lazy people. Sleepy, lazy. I am very content. I am fulfilled. I have no greed. Now, if you look at it from Ashok Chotwani's point of view, those people are better than the Rajasic people. Those people, Ashok Chotwani, no doubt about it, they are better than the greedy people because greedy people want pleasure. These fulfilled, content and fulfilled people, at least they want peace. But my dear friends, what is our ultimate goal? Is our ultimate goal pleasure and peace? Or is our ultimate goal purpose? What is our ultimate goal? What are we seeking in life? Why are we having this call? Why every day you have to leave all your work and come to this call? Why you have to tell everybody I'm busy for 40 minutes? Why every day from all over the world we are coming on this call? Because this call is more important than anything else in our life. Because it is to do with enlightenment. It is to do not with achievement and not with fulfillment. Now let us analyze. Okay, somebody is an achiever. After he's an achiever, first 25 years we have agreed the challenge is to learn. Even a person like Gaurish who's in this call, let us consider he's learning and he has an opportunity between at the age of 25, he may become a householder or he may not decide to be a householder. We don't know. I can't comment on what Gaurish will do. But most of us get caught in samsara. We get caught in samsara. And like yesterday, Dattatreya said, Dattatreya, what he said, we are changer, we are the change makers. We must bring people to this call. I am saying one more thing else. Not only you should bring people to this call, you should teach people the truth. You should try to help people realize the truth. You should not let people live in ignorance. Tomorrow we have a very interesting question tomorrow, which I'm just telling you the question today, but I would like to tell you this interesting question for tomorrow night. You know what it is? Tomorrow's question is, if we want to be liberated from this world, should we produce children? If we want to be liberated, this is not today's question. So don't ask me the question today. This is tomorrow's question. So if you want to be liberated from this world, should you produce children? That we'll talk tomorrow. So that I'm just telling you, I am given so many questions, my dear friends. I luckily have 25 years of achievement, 7 years of fulfillment, and 7 years on the enlightenment journey. I have finished all the three. I have done all the three. I can see I have tasted Indian food also, Chinese food also, Mexican food also. So I can tell you which is better. If you have not tasted Chinese and Mexican, how can you tell? So because I have tasted all the three, I am able to tell you. My point to you, achievement is not bad. And fulfillment is very good. But neither achievement will get you more than pleasure, nor fulfillment will get you more than peace. The only thing that will get you to enlightenment and get you purpose is not achievement and fulfillment. It is realization. It is enlightenment. It is liberation. Therefore, I think it's a big challenge for us. We are all parents. Many of us have children. Again, we are teaching the children same thing. We are teaching our children to go and become achievers. For what? Are we fools? Because our children are going to earn, and finally what they earn, others will burn. Don't you know that whatever Ashok Nichani may be having money, his children are there already. His children will take over. Ashok Nichani, goodbye, bye-bye. Over, story is over. Then the children will earn. Then children will say bye-bye. And the next generation, grandchildren will take over. But samsara will not be we will not have nirvana. We will not have moksha. We will not achieve the ultimate goal of life. Then why did we come here? Why did we come to planet Earth? Why did we get this human birth? My dear friends, this is not a path everybody will take. You are fortunate, I am fortunate. We are on this path. I'm telling you, it is not easy. Everybody cannot be on this path. It's not easy. Some people out of, karma, Rajendra Makwana, he had a small accident. So he's not been able to come on the call for 2-3 days. So like that, we wish him a speedy recovery. So everybody, it's not easy. Oh, somebody's family member may say, switch off. One man came and told me, every time I try to come on Zoom call, my dearest family member deletes the app. My own family member deletes the app. No, by the time I can get the app, put the app, something. Yeah, because our own many near and dear ones are against our enlightenment because of ignorance. So therefore, my conclusion on this point, enlightenment is the ultimate goal. Achievement will give you pleasure. Please have it. Fulfillment will give you peace. Very good. They will not liberate you from samsara. If you want liberation from samsara, there is only one way. There is only one way. And that is enlightenment. Administrator, question and answers, please.
You have typed questions, sir.
Yes, please. Will you read it so that others can hear?
First question by Jyotri.
Yes.
Birth happens for death, and death happens for another birth. So just after death of a person, he is born, or it took time for the soul to transfer to the new body.
Sometimes you can transfer data from one mobile phone to another mobile phone in a matter of seconds. Sometimes it may transfer data for a long time. How do we know? How do we know what signal God is using? See, Jyotri, my guru once told me, with all due respect to my guru, he told me, after we die, the astral body may go to the astral world. So I had a big argument with him. I told him, no, don't tell me all these things. Don't tell me astral body will go to astral world. You prove to me. I'm not interested in accepting this. You prove to me. I am following you. You explain to me which you know what some of the people write in their books. It is unbelievable that we have got a body. This body will die. Some of you notice Krishna Sharma is not coming, but otherwise he will say, and Dattatreya also will read some book, and Kumar Swami will read somewhere. They say the body has got a duplicate. Have you read somewhere? The body has got a duplicate. It is called etheric double. Have you read etheric double? It is called. And this etheric double is a carbon copy. And when the body dies, this fellow will go to astral world. Now, these fairy tales are okay for Santa Claus. So we don't want to consider, because we don't want to believe in anything which cannot be logically understood or inferred. We have to use our spiritual intellect to realize the truth. Therefore, my dear Jyotri, back to your question. Birth happens and for death, and death happens for another birth. So what he means to say is death happens, then birth happens, then birth happens, then death happens. After death of a person, does it take a lot of time for the soul to transfer? My dear Jyotri, the soul doesn't transfer. The first missing point in today, I made a recording in Gulmarg in Kashmir. Why I did some 5 new recordings today, because last night we went to sleep. In the morning, it was full of snow. The whole Gulmarg is full of snow. From green, it became white, the whole city. So I took 5 new video recordings. One recording is about the soul. The soul does not get transferred. The soul is not reborn. The soul does not suffer. We've had many discussions in this. I think even Hitkariji came about with something like this from the Bhagavad Gita and something from confusion. But the soul, even Lord Krishna says, is immortal. The soul cannot be killed, cannot be destroyed. Even fire cannot burn it, water cannot drench it. So my point is that the soul doesn't get transferred. The mind and ego moves. Now, nobody in this world can answer the question how long it takes. If I tell you it takes 5 seconds or 14 seconds or 14 minutes, I am telling you a lie, because nobody knows. The answer is that we transfer. That is sure. Because why we transfer, we know. Because a child is born blind. There is a reason to believe. Why the law of gravity exists? Because the ball comes back to when we throw the ball up, it comes down. Therefore, we can infer, Jyotri, but we cannot prove how long it takes. Point one, the soul does not get transferred. Only me, mind and ego gets transferred. The soul gives power. And the second point, how long it takes for the mind and ego to go to a new body, nobody can tell. It should happen instantly. Hitkariji will tell us this answer, yes or not, with a thumbs up. Hitkariji, आजकल ऑनलाइन में अगर मैं आपके अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करता हूं, I debit my account, will you get credit after tomorrow or instantly you will get credit? Haji?
Almost instantly.
So Hitkariji has given you the answer. So when there's a movement of a mind and ego from one body, almost instantly it should get into the next receptacle or the next receiver. Administrator, do we have any other live question, or can I take Jyotri's second question?
We have 2 live questions.
So first priority to live question, please.
Kumar Swami.
Kumar Swami, sir.
Sir, Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
Actually, my question is that Jesus said that if you want to enter in the kingdom of the God, you have to become child. What does it mean? What I understood is, see, from the childhood we have grown up to some level, so we have so much of memory we are having in that. That is to be removed, or what?
I don't know.
And how it is to be understood. Please explain.
Can you read out that statement? What Jesus said is there with you, or you don't have it with you?
Sir?
Can you have the Jesus statement? Because he has told many statements like that. Which statement you're referring to? You have the Jesus statement with you?
Jesus statement only, sir. If you want to enter in the kingdom of the God, you have to become child.
Okay. So I think it's like this. Let me explain to you. First of all, a child, no, Kumar Swami, very innocent. A child is very innocent. A child has not developed mind and ego. The child is still not developed mind and ego, and therefore the child lives with complete innocence. So my point is, if we can be a child, many spiritual saints have told like this, Kumar Swami. Never kill the child in you. Some people say like that. Don't let the child in you die, because the child in you has got that innocence, that simplicity, and as the adult, what happens? No, Kumar Swami, we start learning all the lies. The child doesn't know the lies. The child is innocent. We are indoctrinated. Our parents, our teachers, they teach us all the wrong things. So Jesus says, if you want to get the kingdom of God, go back to being a child. Wipe out all the lies and be innocent and be humble. How? How? By realization of the truth. How is by unlearning. Kumar Swami, by unlearning. By removing all the lies. How you learned all the lies, how you fill the glass with coffee. Now you clean the glass and you wipe the glass and wash the glass, and you become like a child again. Otherwise, what does Jesus mean, Kumar Swami? Can anybody become a child again? What he's meaning is, go back to being like a child. You should try to become innocent and clean and pure like a child. Thank you, sir.
Guruji, pranam. Guruji.
Yes, Kiran.
गुरुजी बच्चे मन के सच्चे, जीव
हाँ,
जीव उनकी उम्र बढ़े, झूठ और पाप का मैल चढ़े.
See, so Kiran is telling some
Innocent.
Kabir Das Doha she's giving, I think. किसने कहा? कबीर ने कहा, किसने कहा?
पता नहीं गुरुजी
पता
किसने
नहीं.
कहा.
अच्छा, आप
मम्मी
माता
ने
जी
कहा. मम्मी
किरण
ने.
माता जी told. Okay.
किरण माता जी ने कहा.
Song है वो तो.
Okay. Administrator was
किरण माता
Kiran
जी
next one?
कह रही है कि मैंने.
Tanu has second question.
But did Kumar Swami finished his question? I saw him wanting to say something else. Kumar Swami, you finished your question?
Okay, sir, almost. But actually, the thing is, whatever the memory we are accumulated since from the childish, that is to be removed
How cannot
by
remove?
yoga,
No. Kumar
by
Swami.
going yoga.
Kumar Swami cannot. See, let us be clear, Kumar Swami. We do not have the ability to delete
clear.
memory.
Yes.
Agreed or not agreed? First you tell me.
Agree. That, but only the thing is that is a past now, sir. That is a past. If you be in the present, there is a possibility.
It's so difficult, Kumar Swami. If somebody has done wrong to you, to forgive is easy. To forget is so difficult, Kumar Swami. It is nearly impossible to forget. It is so difficult to forget.
Sir, as Kumar Swami sir said, sir,
Who's speaking? Who's
sir,
speaking? Sir?
Govardhan, sir.
Yes, Govardhan, tell me.
Sir, as Kumar Swami sir said that we should become a child to surrender God. I have an example, sir. Can I explain?
Yes, please.
Sir, in Mahabharata, Arjuna and Duryodhana were two members, sir. But Krishna was a mentor for Arjuna. But he was not mentor for Duryodhana. Because Arjuna had a mentality that I will kill my cousins, and I would I cannot explain, but I will say that he was surrendered to God, that what I want to do. But Duryodhana was known all. He knows good karma and bad karma, and he knows that what should I do, and all he knows. But he went to Adharma.
Okay.
But Arjuna surrendered that, so he became a child to God.
Okay. Appreciate your comment, Gordon, but we again cannot go away in that direction because that is mythology. So we will come back to the question answers. Thank you. Administrator, next question, please.
By Tanu.
Tanu, bolo Tanu.
शिवोहम गुरुजी, I wanted to ask you that आपने एक बार कहा था कि कर्म करते हैं. So if we have not done anything wrong to anybody, and if we are not doing anything wrong, but if something wrong happens to us, that means कि हमारे कुछ ऐसे कर्म थे past के या पिछले लाइफ के जो कट रहे हैं.
Absolutely. अगर आपने अपने गार्डन में एप्पल के सीड नहीं डाले, आपने गार्डन में एप्पल के बीज नहीं डाले, लेकिन आपके गार्डन में एप्पल आ गए, तो मतलब क्या हुआ? मैजिक या किसी ने डाले हैं?
हवा से आ गए.
हवा से आए या पानी से आए, लेकिन बीज तो आया ना. बीज के बगैर तो एप्पल नहीं आएगा ना. That's the same point you're trying to make. Okay,
that means कर्म करते हैं.
Absolutely. Karam, without karam, nothing can happen in life. Be clear about it. Be absolutely clear that if something is happening, it is a reaction of an action. Be absolutely clear about it. Beyond doubt about it.
But okay, why the elders have to pay for the action of their?
Elders don't have to pay. You have to pay. Elders don't have to. Elders are paying their karma. Don't, because there may be some karma of yours which somebody else is paying. Don't think it's because of you. No, every person pays their own karma. Okay. Any more live questions, Administrator?
Thank you, Guruji. Shivoham.
Okay, Shivoham. Dattatreya, before that, this quick second part
Guruji,
of.
why do we tend to harm ourselves?
Tanu, you have to wait now. You're the next people on the queue. Just wait, Tanu, please. So now, Gauri,
sir.
1 minute, Dattatreya, I'm coming to you. Jyotri's part B of the question. I just want to close part B of Jyotri's question.
Okay.
And because it is to do with me, he should not think I'm escaping that question. Jyotri asked me, please share your routine of how will my routine help you, Jyotri? But I start my day in the morning, just to in 1 minute to answer that quickly. I start my day by spending about 2 hours writing a book. I spend the next 1 hour replying questions on Quora. Every day I get questions from different parts of the world. I reply it. Then I spend 1 hour in Aarti Bhajan. Then I spend 1 hour in my office work. After spending 1 hour getting ready, I have my shower, have breakfast, blah, blah. Then I spend 1 hour in Jnana Yoga, 1 hour in Dhyana Yoga. I do 1 hour reading of my book. Then I take a break. I take a short salad and I take half an hour sleep. I get up. I do Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. I do 1 hour of management of all my people. And then I do the Zoom call for 1 hour. I have my dinner. I do watch videos and books for 1 hour. And I sleep for 5 hours. So this is my life. I spend about 2 hours of my life at least doing my management, which is not good for me, which is all checking bank account or this or that, which I have, because I'm the only person handling many businesses, which I don't do. I don't take care, but I have to just, I don't sign, I don't do anything, but I just control from here like this. The sleeping is 6 hours, administration 2 hours, 8 hours, 1 or 2 hours getting ready, this 10 hours. I try to spend 12 to 14 hours doing spiritual work. Dattatreya, over to you.
Shivam, sir.
Sure.
I want to suggest one thing.
Yes, sir.
One sentence for reference. Swami Vivekananda said, "Give me 100 youth with full of heart, joy, and energy. I can revolutionize the whole India." तो उसी तरह हमारे यहाँ भी जो 50 मेंबर्स है रेगुलर आर द जॉयफुल एंड एनर्जेटिक and each one having some best qualities, just like as Kumar Swami is a very intellectual person. Sudeep Bhargava has a very powerful discrimination power. Sanjay Das having a good leadership. Sanhita and Bridget are participating very good. And I want to say all members are active. So if many people can get intellect, Atma Sakshatkar, so it will be a great. I want to say that.
You are saying similar to like yesterday, you told everybody should bring one more person to the call. Now you are telling, second point, you're telling not only bringing to the call, people should use their intellectual powers. See, let me tell you one thing. This subject is not easy. Sanjay Das cannot take this subject and talk to anybody. Am I right? Kumar Swami already told last time he tried to talk to 10 people. Only 1 person is listening. 9% is telling, I got other jobs to do. I think Kumar Swami told once already. Okay. But let me tell you, we are all doing God's work. Why I am doing this work? I don't mind how many people come to this call. I told you last time, if 10 people come for the call also, I will have the call. Yes. If 3 people come for the call also, we will have the call. It doesn't matter whether 3 people come, 10 people come, 70 people come, 80 people come. Sometimes 60, sometimes 70 people come, people go. People are having their own problems. Majority people are correct. I told Bridget is coming from Quebec in Canada every day. Correct? Yes. Kumar Swami also from America. But like that, people are coming from different parts of India. Rajan is coming from Kerala. Ashok Chotwani coming from North India. Everybody is from different parts. But the point is that we want God's word to reach people because people are lost in ignorance. Right now, Dattatreya, what you're saying is very profound, that many people are suffering and they don't know why they are suffering. Many people are chasing achievement and fulfillment because they don't realize that enlightenment is the goal. Realizing we are the divine soul. If you don't realize you're the divine soul, how much ever you do, whatever you do, how much ever money you make, how much ever work you do, back to square one. And it's not so difficult. No, Dattatreya, what we are talking, that death is certain. We know it. Yes. We know it. We cannot take one penny with us. We know it. We will be
Yes.
reborn. We know it. All the things we know. The only way out is enlightenment, liberation, unification. There is no other way. Still, why people are not following? So, Dattatreya, it is not so easy. I'm telling you what you are hoping, but I wish what, and what you have got is very noble thought. What Dattatreya is saying, ideally, if I was Mr. I was another master, I would be canvassing. I have to canvas. No, but for me, it is not about how many people come on the call. It is about how many people get enlightened.
Yes.
It is about how many people are able to move forward. You know what this call should do? Let me take 2 minutes on this closing subject today. What should be the benefit of this call every day for you? You should be liberated from fear, from worry, from pain, from misery, from suffering. You should live a life of Sat Chit Anand. I'm not saying you can live 100%, but I'm saying every day your life should become, by being on this call, your life should become more peaceful and more blissful, and you should have a better purpose, a better understanding of what this life is. Every time you see something happen, you should be able to make out this is karma happening. Every time something goes wrong, you should not react. You should be able to be calm. If some death happens, you should realize death is not the end. This call, in one word, what should this call do? This call should transform you. As long as there is a transformation, there is progress, there's improvement, little by little by little, one day you will reach the ultimate goal. I see Gautam putting a message in the front of everybody. One day we will reach enlightenment. Well, I normally don't read messages because it disturbs my attention as I'm talking. I don't read messages. So my dear friends, if any of you tomorrow would like to share how this call is helping you tomorrow, day after tomorrow, please come forward and share. But definitely, I know how it has changed my life. I live a very peaceful, very blissful, very relaxed life. I try to make people understand, to realize the truth. It is a tough challenge, but I think we have got many, many blessed people here in this call who are serious, who are concerned, who are interested. So let us
Guruji Shivoham, we are
achievement.
trying to walk on your footsteps. We are trying to walk on your footprints, and I am sure we will move ahead and be enlightened.
The only challenge is, Kiran,
Thank you so much for guiding
thank you.
us.
The only challenge is we should not waste a minute. We should not waste time because time is running out. We all should move fast because we don't know how much time we have. Thank you,
Guruji,
Kiran.
can we change people's thinking towards us?
You can't change your thinking. How you can change people's thinking? Can you change your thinking?
I can change my thinking.
Then you're a master. It is very difficult. It is very difficult to change thought. It is not an easy. You can change many things in life, but to change thought is not easy. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not. I'm trying every day, but it's not easy. My dear
Okay,
friends,
one thing I wanted to ask you, Guruji, is that when we are stressed or when life throws us some difficult situations, at that time what we think is not what actually we are thinking. It is because we are stressed that we are thinking. But
So-
if somebody catches on those things, then what do we do?
okay. So you're asking a question in the nth moment. So what you have to do is you have to ask this question tomorrow, and then only we'll be able to answer it. With that note and with folded hands, I bow down to you, and we will see you tomorrow. Shivoham. God bless.